Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is No Remorph time again. We're coming back around for another No Remorph. If you're not familiar with Season 3, we're swapping stuff up. We do a No Remorph, then we throw in a Crucible. We hit No Remorph again, and
Oh,
then Jason disappears, and then we do
where did Jason go?
outside the enclosure. I don't know. He just dropped right off there. I'm going to add him back in, though. He can't escape that easy. I don't know where the heck he went. I didn't click anything. He just bopped out of there. So I don't know who was hitting what or if the program just decided to do it itself. But I think we were watching Reptiles Unplugged. They swapped over to EV Mux and they were having some of that going on.
Yep.
People would just pop off the screen and they'd have to add them back in. So maybe some kind of bug or glitch in the system. Who the heck knows? But anyway, yeah, what I was going through is we got a new rotation of shows, guys. Instead of just giving you No Remorph every Wednesday night, we're going to keep the Wednesday nights, same time, same place, but mixing in two different kinds of shows. Crucible, we get all the affiliates out here, and we kind of run through a topic top to bottom with everybody's input there on different questions and pass it around in a kind of a circle format where each person gets to throw their input in, their opinion, and have a conversation on some of the more controversial things in the hobby, the industry, lifestyle, whatever the heck you want to call it. But good topics on there and great people, and it gives our affiliates a chance to pop on scene and actually show themselves a little bit too. So got another one of those coming up next week. Still have not pinned down the topic on that. We're working on that in the affiliate chat. A lot of great ideas from the affiliates themselves. So we'll settle on one of those and we'll put it out there a few days ahead so everybody knows what the topic's going to be. But tonight we've got affiliate of the week, but it's a twofer this time because this is a family ordeal. And we've got, let's just start, let's go left to right here. We'll go with Big Mike, because that was the first one in the house for the affiliates. Mike at Ramery Royals over there. Fantastic guy, fantastic projects. Really has kind of an interesting eye for what he's putting together. Super specific about what he pairs. He's going for a particular project, an animal, and he sticks to that pretty firm. Like a couple of the animals he got rid of were fantastic animals, but they had one thing in it he didn't want to deal with, or he didn't want to work that out later. 5 and 6 gene animals. We picked up one of those that's ready to lay eggs right now. So in the Grim Clown project, and this female had six codoms, I think, in that female, and one of those codoms he didn't want to sneak into his project, and we're like, we'd be more than happy to have that in our project. Let's give her a whirl. So we've been talking back and forth lately about her, and we can't wait to see those babies. Those are going to be super interesting. But fantastic guy, fantastic snakes. And he's got the other half of the family involved as well with Mommy and Me geckos. He's got the wife and daughter that are doing crested geckos over there, and they're kind of doing it the same way. They've got amazing unique animals in some projects that I can't even really touch on because he confused the heck out of me last night trying to describe these to me. So you'll have to pop over there, you'll have to check them out, you'll have to get a hold of them directly to see what it is they're working with. But beautiful animals they're bringing out, and fantastic family just all around. Not going to find anyone more straightforward, honest, and willing to help you out either. So they do a ton for the community, and we would like to see the community reciprocate that and use some Forge coin, guys. Get a Ramery's Royal shirt, get a hat, something like that. Or stick around for the trivia tonight because they threw in $100 credit, and that'll go to either or. You can use that with Mike, or you can use that with Mommy and Me geckos. If you're a gecko person, it gives you a chance to put $100 credit toward that or toward one of Mike's ball pythons. So appreciate those guys. Tons of cool stuff coming up. Fantastic projects, like I said before. Really top of the line projects. These are going to be investment quality stuff. So thank you guys. Appreciate you for being affiliates, and thank you for the donation to the trivia at the end of the show. We're going to, I don't want to say we're going to cheap out because we're throwing it in there like multiple times a week, but $10 again, Forge coin goes along with that credit. So you'll still get some Forge coin, but you also got a shot at that $100 to Ramery Royals. So super appreciate those guys. Jason, Jamie,
Very
news,
awesome.
anything I'm missing on the
We
outside
got
of this?
we got our smallest clutch ever.
Oh, yes.
Last week, 3
Yeah,
eggs, but all beautiful, really good shape, lots of veins, big eggs. I was a little concerned when I saw her on 2, and I looked at the size and I looked at her. I said, I hope there's not more than one more egg in there, and there was exactly one more egg. So
yeah,
kind of
first time
excited for that.
mom,
Yep,
right?
first time mom. Yep.
Super gravel stuff. So super gravel combos, which we can't have enough super gravel, but we're really looking to get the male side of that out of it. Everything we have in super gravel is on the female side, but we'd like to get a male with some of the other stuff going there. So
Yep.
3 shots at it. We know they're all going to be super gravel. What else do they bring with, and can we get a male? That's what we're crossing fingers on. That's the first clutch of the year, if you can believe that. God, we'd usually have 4 or 5 clutches by this point, and that's our first one. We
Yeah.
got 6 or so sitting on the bench, though, like literally on the edge of the bench with their gut hanging over down into
Yeah.
the dirt, because
Yeah.
they're doing the pyramids and all kinds of stuff, and a couple of them are already overdue for laying. So we'll get going here. It's just going to all be at once, apparently, this year. Just one of those
Oh.
years. And we'll keep you guys posted, too. We'll put all that stuff on Insta when they start dropping. And Jamie, you had eggs while you were off camping. You were doing
Yeah.
the girls' weekend camping trip, and you left me with a bunch of eggs for your geckos, right?
Yeah, I missed it by a day. I was hoping they would. I was hoping they would drop before I left, but the
Right.
next morning I woke up to a message from John and a picture of 2 different geckos that had laid eggs. So we have lots. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 eggs, 9 gecko eggs incubating currently, and
Yeah.
one more is ready to drop. So that's exciting.
And that'll be Dark Knight stuff.
It'll be Black Knight. Yep.
Oh, Black Knight.
Black
Why do I always
Knight.
say Dark Knight? Like
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to create a superhero. Black Knight is the
Yeah.
technical term in the leopard
Yeah.
geckos.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I got her from Supernatural Reptiles, Martin over there. And the older she gets, she just gets darker and darker.
Yeah, she's
She's
gotten
pretty.
really
Yeah.
pretty.
Very
So
Yeah.
cool.
super
Yeah.
hyped to see those babies, because
Yeah.
that'll be totally different for us.
Right.
Yeah, Dark Knight or Black Knight. I'll take either or. Maybe we
Same.
need to make our own thing and call it Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so don't ask me on the gecko stuff, guys. I can get you somewhere in the ballpark. Jamie is going to be the one that knows all that stuff. Clearly, I have no clue what the heck I'm talking about on those yet. I'm working on it.
It was pretty funny. I had a notebook page just full of instructions. Like he doesn't know what he's doing already. He does, but they're my babies. So I was like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that.
They were very specific. Almost none of them applied when it came down to it. None of the stuff in there was like, it was all I had to kind of make it up as I went, but it
funny.
worked out and we got them in the right place. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was interesting the last couple days, but we've got our first expo coming up too. We're going to be over at the State Fairgrounds in Minnesota. We're going to be doing that cold-blooded expo over there on the
Yep.
7th. So we'll have geckos over there. We'll have some of kind of a variety of ages and sizes on the ball pythons. We've still got some 23, late 23, couple of those. So those are going to be breed ready to go. Double
Lots of-
hets on some of those. We've got a mix. We've got a mix. Are we lagging like really bad?
You are.
Okay.
I don't see
Maybe
it.
we'll let Jason finish that portion up. I don't know what the heck's going on with the lag, but Jay, you want to talk about Forge Coin, right?
Yeah, we can go through the dashboard if you want.
All right, let's do that. I'll put that in there, and I'll restart and come back in, see if it fixes my lag. Let's get that full screen.
There we go. So in circulation right now, we're at 1490, knocking on the door at 2,000 for all-time awarded. So that's pretty cool. Looks like we got about 35 to go, and we'll hit that mark. All-time purchases 475, and all-time sponsored 500. F&A is all-time leading Forge Coin sponsor at 250. Rippin' Reptiles, Greg over there, is all-time leading Forge Coin winner at 110. Static Morphs, as far as the all-time leading merch and other, 250 had a store credit, which is super cool. Mitzi's leading the pack for Forge Coin holders, and then we've got Looks like a three-way tie for second. Dustin and Melissa DDM, Greg Rippin' Reptiles, and Vance Blue Zombie Morphs. And then in third, we got a tie, South Park, and Aaron Better at Balls with 50. And I'm going to have to move around our schedule, it looks like, because we got Ramery and Mommy and Me for the 27th. So everybody bumps up. It looks like Vance. Is Vance still the next one up? Blue
Yeah.
Zombie?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe Vance next up to bat for sure.
Yeah, so let's try to make sure that we don't break the 2,000 on the in circulation too, and spend some Forge coin.
Yeah, let's get it out there, man. Get some shirts, hats, merch, animals, whatever the heck you want. 3D printed stuff. There's all kinds of good places to spend it. Or, as you'll see in a minute, Deeds Not Words stuff still out there, guys. That is open for Forge coin as well. So if you got Forge coin sitting around, you want to swing that over to Chris and the folks over at Deeds Not Words, Chris and Jay, we can do that. We'll transfer that over to them in cash
For sure.
and get it to something positive. So, yeah, fantastic guest tonight. We get half of the duo. We had a late call in on the managerial side for the job for Sarah, so she can't be with us tonight. Rich ensures us that he can cover her spot with ease. This is going to go smooth. He says, I can do whatever she can do.
I don't know.
Clearly working his way into a good beatdown when she does get home, but
Right.
I think they'll work it out, man. Fantastic couple in this and a great community ethic, really. I mean, everybody seems to know them in the area. Everybody hangs out at the shows with these guys. Cannot say enough good about them. And kind of the title of the show tonight for the Stewardship, because that's really what they are. They're great stewards for the community. Heavily involved in the Deeds Not Words project from day one. Just really great couple that's continually showing how this should work with everybody out there, and a genuine effort to make this a better place for everybody, and that's pretty obvious. So it's going to be fun to at least talk with Rich. We'll have to maybe do a second one where we can get Sarah's viewpoint too, and maybe just not let Rich come to that. Maybe that's what we should just, Rich, you can't come to the next one. We'll just have Sarah on, but
You're not welcome.
we appreciate it, and we realize those things come up. Still going to do the whole rest of the show with the hot seat with Rich and everything else, guys, but we'll have them out here in just a minute. Let's hit some commercials, our typical stuff, and we'll be right back after that. Vance, good to see you, brother. And the rest of you folks out there too. Should we do that too?
No, I just assumed you were gonna, so I was gonna.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it quick then. Let's say hi to everybody. We still got a minute. Sammy,
It was so
good to see
funny.
you, sir. Pink Panther in the house. Rich is like on his watch back there.
Uh-huh.
Jeepa, good to see you, sir.
13 and
Another
a half
favorite.
minutes. Come and gone.
All right. We got Dustin, DDM fam. Good to see them in the house. That's a great quad over there. 4 of them involved in that. Dwight, Pied Man, continually filling the feed with fantastic music and good vibes. Appreciate you, sir. Tara, Voodoo Dolls. We need to reach out to Tara. We need to have a rat special show. So I
Yes.
definitely want
Yeah.
to talk to her about rats.
Yeah, we haven't had one. Really
Hit us up in the DMs, Tara. Ashley, good to see you. Still do not have our Tinley table. I know I'm going to take a beating for that, but I'm sure that's coming in the messages too. Good to see you, though. Man, we got a whole house full of people tonight.
Yeah.
We got
do.
Mom out there every week. She's
Love
she's
it.
rounding up the Forge coin lately. She's
Yeah.
on that trivia. There's the affiliate of the week. Big Mike, good to see you, sir. Appreciate you 100%. And there's Tim, another runner up on that Forge coin tally. I think he's right up there too with the trivia. Sometimes beats Mom. I'm sure that's fun over there. Brave Adventures, good to see you, Brave. Appreciate you swinging in. I'm sure there's a smoothie in hand as we speak. Dickie Foster,
Oh, yeah.
best race name in the business and one of the best company names with Dickie's Bowels. We got Jen over at Erie. Jen, the 2-way winner, just a week
Yeah,
or two
last
ago.
week,
got
right?
both
Yeah, that was
prizes,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
That was.
Awesome. Appreciate you swinging in, Jen. Ella, appreciate you. Thanks for swinging out. Hopefully the little ones watching with you can see some crazy big snakes tonight, maybe. Mike Snyder,
Oh.
appreciate you, Mike.
We don't behave enough for her to watch.
Right. That could be. Big John, Chance, Bridget, Mission Morph's family down there. Appreciate you guys. Jared, Gem Exotics. If you do not catch that show, definitely catch Genetic Canvas Sunday nights. Always featuring a
Dude.
gene and going in depth.
Swirl. That's all I got to say, man. That was awesome.
Jared.
Yeah, it was. The swirl
Got
was
Jay
cool.
at Green Line. Yep. Swirl gene looks promising, guys. It really does.
Yeah.
That was an excellent episode. Jason Opel. Good to see you, sir. Longtime family friend. Don't get to see him nearly enough anymore, but every once in a while we get to hang out.
Yep.
Chris, 319. 15 minutes of lame. Previous year, I'm going to just call him a runner-up. Reptile. Good to see you, sir. Appreciate you swinging in. Another fantastic name right there. Bang Bang Benji, all the way from New Zealand. Probably hanging out on his dick. GTL, look at this. We got a double
Yeah.
shot of GTL. These are not planned either, guys. So got some weird in the forge telepathy going on here. But Christopher Walker, good to see you, sir. Always nice to see C-Dub in the house. Appreciate you swinging out, man. Mitzi.
Need both hands for that one.
Yeah, the biggest supporter right there, the emoji queen. She hangs out and just fills the chat with emojis at just the right time to kick off the hot seat.
Yeah,
We always
does.
wait for that trigger. She usually picks up on it pretty quick, too. It's only like a couple seconds off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Appreciate Mitzi for sure. One of the best supporters in the business. She's in every damn show out there. Jamie, did you get stuck?
Yeah. I had to
Pythonic.
scroll for a while.
Good to see you. Appreciate you swinging in. If
Dude,
they're
that's a
not blue,
cool logo.
make 'em blue.
I love that logo.
Yeah, it is.
It is. That's badass. I really dig
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I've seen Pythonic bopping around the different chats and different shows. So good to see you in here. Appreciate it. Aurora, cheers for sure. Anytime there's a cheers, we have to take a sip. So I won't argue that. Jason's got these ones.
Los Exotics, good evening to you. Thanks for coming out. Garden State, thanks for coming out. Jersey's in the house.
Yes, Big Pete, Garden State.
Mike Duvall, thanks for coming, Mike.
Duval. Always good to see Duval out there.
We're back
Yes.
to G-Paw.
100%.
Donate.
If that's what you
These
want
not
to do with
words.
that coin, we'll never argue. Justin,
Hey.
Alex, good to see you guys out there. Appreciate you swinging in. This will be a fun one with Rich here in a minute. We're running way over. All right, let's
Okay, let's
go.
go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, boom,
Let's do
boom.
it.
Thank you, everybody.
commercial
for
time,
coming
guys.
out.
If we missed you somehow, apologies, but we're hitting that mark where we need to get this stuff rolling and get to the guests. So we'll be right back, guys.
Hey folks, here at The Forge we prioritize promoting people from the community, especially where we see opportunity to share some valuable insights or products with our followers. That is why we are thrilled to have BNS Reptilia as a sponsor. Chris is a fantastic example of bringing value to the community, with years of experience keeping a variety of animals from ball pythons and blood pythons to boas or colubrids and more. Chris brings a wide breadth of knowledge and a collection of beautiful animals. Chris also carries Coco2go and The Chipper, two of the highest quality reptile bedding products on the market. If you want to learn more about any of these species, are looking to add to your collection, or in need of some top-notch substrate, please don't hesitate to reach out to Chris at BNS Reptilia. Chris is also a member of a growing community of breeders who accept Forge Coin, so don't forget to show them your Forge Coin.
Listen, everybody says they support disabled veterans, until it's time to actually do something. Last year, through Operation Deeds Not Words, the Fat Man Nation with Green Line Morphs raised $7,200 for disabled veterans and first responders through Camp Freedom. And it proved something important. When this community actually pulls together, we can make a real difference. So this year we're doing it again with Operation Deeds Not Words 2. And our goal this year is $10,000. Same mission, same attitude, just bigger. Camp Freedom provides outdoor adventures like hunting and fishing and just time back in nature for disabled veterans and first responders. Getting them out of clinical settings and getting them back to what really matters in life again. If you want to help us reach that $10,000 goal this year, then head on over to thefatmannation.com and pick yourself up an Operation Deeds Not Words t-shirt or a beanie. Because talking about helping people is easy. Actually doing something about it is what this campaign is all about.
So there it is, guys. That's the Deeds Not Words. We're chatting it up before we even get our guest out here, so we're going to do that instantly. Jamie, are you all set to get the trivia underway?
Yes, sir.
Maybe work on some hot seat questions, tailor them a little bit.
Yeah.
Since we're going to have Rich fill in Sarah's.
Yep. They're kind of going to be like that, but I got it tweaked up.
It'll be totally fine. Guys, if you got questions throughout this, fling them in there. We're going to see them pop up on the right, but Jamie's also going to throw those underneath. If there's one that fits what we're talking about right at the moment, we'll definitely try to hit those. So, all right, without further ado, let's scoot this stuff around. Jamie, good luck back there. See you in a little bit. And
There it is.
Mr. Rich from HJS.
So Sarah wrote me a note that I have to read real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Tell everybody how great I am, and you're okay too. Don't read this out loud, dummy. Oh, sorry. Never mind. That was for me.
Sounds right.
Sounds perfect. So, Rich, she couldn't be with us tonight, and I know she's kind of bummed about that. We'll definitely have to do a revisit, maybe have you on a panel or something and get both of you involved. But
Yeah, depending on how late we're on here, she might end up popping in. She should be back home around 10:15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. If she can pop in, definitely have her sit down with you, and we'll just...
Maybe slap me
ask her.
upside the head, bring a little life to the show.
Right. Ask her all the stuff we couldn't ask you because you didn't know. So
Yeah, exactly. I don't know anything. She runs this whole thing. I'm just the beard that everybody remembers.
Right. And at 6'3" with the, like you said, catcher's mitts,
Yeah.
you're just kind of noticeable, right?
Yeah, I'm the guy that gets called in when the snakes are extra sassy, and I gotta grab them.
So, okay, it's a great place to start. Tell us a little bit about that, and how did you start in it? Now, I think you had said before 2013 or something initially.
So 2013 was when we initially started breeding. So it was 2007 when I got my first ball python that was my own and everything. I had friends that had a few. Back then it was all normals, but we were keeping those. Before that, just like every other kid, catching frogs and everything else that you can find in the backyard. Like we have black rats, catching those things that are nasty out here. But 2013 was when we actually started breeding, and we went all the way up till 2018. And when we moved, we couldn't take our animals with us, so we sold off everything. And around 2023, we bought our new house. So Sarah was throwing around. She was like, "Man, I want to work with snakes again. I want it." I was like, "You know what? I kind of do too. Let's get back in it." So here we are.
So she really
Okay.
spurred on the restart, huh?
Yeah. So originally it was me. So I'd bought my first ball python in 2007, and then it went crazy after there. I ended up with berms, bloods, Borneos. I had skinks, geckos. We ended up having a tarantula at one point. I had cave dwelling geckos before they got real big. Now, everything we had, a lot of it was wild caught back then. Back when we bought everything on king snake.
Right.
But initially, I was the one who started to want to breed. I had 2 or 3 ball pythons at the time, and I was like, give it a shot. And I remember watching Snake Bites with Barchek, and he laid it out like, this is what you do. So I was like, okay, followed it like a playbook, and I was just like, okay, I do this. Yep, paired them, they locked. Okay, cool. Okay,
Check.
you'll see an
Check.
ovulation. Okay,
Yep,
cool. Okay, they're gonna shed. Awesome. Yeah, she shed. Yep. All right. Hey, you got eggs? Yes, I do. Throw them in the incubator. Incubate them for this long. Okay. On day 54, I open up the incubator. I see heads. I ran in the
heads.
room. Sarah dead asleep, which, if you know Sarah, you don't wake her up, but I woke her up, and I was giddy.
Yeah. That
And-
first one is wild because you're just
And I was just
staring at
like-
them, you know?
Yeah, I'm sitting there. My incubator was just I'm talking like from the 70s mini fridge that I converted. And I remember I was leaving for work. I actually called my boss. I'm going to be late.
Yeah.
Did he understand, or is he like, what?
Yeah,
Nah.
my boss at the time, he was awesome. He still to this day, he was one of my favorite bosses I ever had. I got into work and he was like, "Is everything okay?" I was like, "You know how I was telling you about how I was breeding snakes?" I said,
Just
"Yeah." I was
hype,
like,
and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with
I'm like,
you?
the eggs just hatched. Well, no, he actually had a ball python too, so he like
Oh,
kind of
okay.
understood. He never wanted to do the breeding thing, which, whatever, that's, but he understood it. He actually had a wild caught ball, normal wild caught. That thing was 35 years old and still kicking.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Last I knew, it was still going, so that thing would be over 40 something years old now.
That's wild. I mean, you
Yeah.
can hear about 30 pretty frequently, but
Yeah.
anything over
And that was a
that's
wild
big.
caught too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you
Well,
guys
there you
have
go.
anything to do with each other having a ball python, or was that just by
No, actually, he got his when he was a kid from one of his local pet stores. He was actually from Philly, from Northeast Philly,
Yeah.
and I'm South Jersey, as far as south as you can go.
Yeah.
And we just happened, when we were working together, we got to know each other a little bit, and I was telling him, I was like, "Oh yeah, I got some snakes and everything." He's like, "Oh, me too. I got a ball python." I was like, "Yeah, so do I." So I'm showing him pictures, and he's like, "That don't look like my ball python." I was like, "Yours is the normal, isn't it?"
Yeah. Or a pastel. No, that's weird, man. I work at a company with a lot of people, and I would bet my life on the fact that not a single one of them has any kind of snake.
I was
Oh,
just going to
funny.
say.
When we got back into it, I was talking to my boss the one day. I'm like, "All right, me and the wife we're opening up the business again." And he goes, "Business? I didn't know you had a business. What kind of business?" And I said, "Snake breeding." He was like, "People do that?"
Right. So you did the 2013 to 18,
Yeah.
and then back in
2023.
So that's not a long. Where are you at now with the collection, like number wise? I know you've got
Number wise,
multiple
we're actually
species,
down
but-
because we ended up getting so busy over the last year. Like, a lot of stuff happened in our lives in the past 12 months, especially towards the end of last year. And we were talking, and we're like, you know what? Anything that doesn't further our projects or anything like that, we should just give them to somebody who either wants them as a pet or would help them, and just keep what will further what we need, because it wasn't too bad to take care of, but we got so busy that caring for that many snakes and having to care for that many rats as well, breeding our own rats, it was a little bit too much. So we scaled back a little bit. Like right now, we only have probably 45 snakes where we had almost 200.
Okay.
So
That was my question, because that window 23 to now isn't very big to get to a big number. I mean, you
we
really had to go
dove
back
in
in
and
fast.
like we were talking backstage, John from Snake Limited, who I was friends with, he had a lot of snakes that were in the same project I was working in. So when he was getting out, I actually package deal bought a decent amount of snakes off of him. So we had that, and I always, like, a lot of the times when you would see either a collection sale or whatever, I would always say, okay, just say they had 10 snakes and 7 out of the 10 I wanted.
Mhm.
I would take all 10 and
find
I-
a home for the three.
and
you
find
know,
find a home for the 3 that I didn't necessarily want.
sure.
But every genre or whatever you want to call it, whether it be with snakes, whether it be reptiles in general, or bars or anything, there's flippers. I wouldn't consider myself a flipper. I'm not against flippers, but I always felt weird about it when I would buy everything. But normally that would be the best way to get a deal.
Yeah.
And then
Well, it
I would
makes
make
sense.
sure
If
they
there's
were
a-
healthy and
Yeah, if
send
there's
them
a
off
good
to
number that are useful to you, I mean, it makes total
Yeah.
sense to me to do that.
yeah. We started off in 23. Like when I got out in 2018, I stopped everything when it came to reptiles because I was so upset from not being able to do what I like to do that I got out all the way. Back then, we didn't have that many podcasts, but I wasn't watching anything. I wasn't paying attention to Morph Market. I didn't even know about the whole 2020 explosion
Right.
until
right.
23 came around. And in 23, when we went to go get back into it at first, I'm sitting there, I'm still in the mindset of 2018 of how we bred back then and what genes we were doing and everything. So I was looking at some stuff and I'm like, oh, wow, that's a great deal on this 5 gene snake or this thing. And we're, again, like we were talking about backstage, most everything was single recessive. And if you did see a double recessive, it was just an albino pie,
Right.
which even those were rare. So when we came back in and we were seeing some double recessives and they were fairly priced, I'm like, wow, that's great. Not realizing that was the market kind of correcting itself in a way from the superinflation of COVID.
Yeah.
Now, I will say for a lot of the people that said, oh, well, these snakes are super low in price and everything, I will say the double, triple recessive stuff, that stuff has tanked a lot. But I will say going to like what I would consider to be mid-level or, you know, the normal keeper would keep 2, 3, 4 gene with no recessives, stuff like that. All that's not too far off what it was pre-COVID. It's just a lot of people only saw the inflated COVID price.
Right.
It's only been the past almost, I would say about the past year that everything has actually started to fall down a little bit. Hopefully everything comes back, but you know, yet
It's
to be
finding
determined.
its
Yeah.
it's finding its level, and
It's
some of
finding
that's
its
going to
level,
move
exactly.
around. You know.
Exactly. And I
Some
will
of that
say,
stuff's going to go back up, though. I really do feel like not incredibly, but it's going to go
No,
up because
no.
it's going to be tough to find. You know.
but there again, that does separate a lot of people who came into it for the wrong reason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The way I always put it was, I want to pay for the upkeep of my animals, the electricity I use, the rats, the
Yeah.
bedding, stuff like that. The extra is great. If I could make it to where, like back then, pre-2018, I was thinking about full-time. Post-23, when we got back in, it wasn't necessarily a thought of super, we're going to do this full-time as far as breeding. We were thinking of other ways to subsidize, and at the time we were thinking about actually opening up an actual exotic shop down here, because there is none. There's nowhere to get rats down here. There's nothing. So there used to be, when I was younger, it was called Bob's Pet Shop. It was awesome pet shop. You go in there was monitors, all types of stuff. It was great. That ended up closing up probably 2008-ish, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, I was like, oh, well, it might be, you know, that was in a time where not as many people were into reptiles. And still, even today, it's the amount of reptile keepers versus, you know, dog and cat. That's a huge difference. If we could get the reptile community as big as the cat and dog community,
Oh God, it'd be a
Forget
totally
about it.
different story.
forget about
yeah.
it. Forget about it. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of the gatekeeping and a lot of the backstabbing and the back and forth. One of the things I remember when we actually went up to Camp Freedom with Jay and Chris and Shauna and Sammy, we were sitting there talking, and Chris and Jay were talking about a couple of things, like some drama in the community. And I forget which one of them said it first, but they were like, man, how come nobody talks about you guys? I was like, because I stay out of everything.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, I just keep to myself. I got my friends, and I just keep to them.
Right. We're hoping we're in that same boat, because that's the last thing we want to be, is in the middle of any of that garbage. And it's like, it all goes on around you, but it's just a bad look all around. Like, looking from the outside in,
it brings everything down. And there's two sides to the coin too. Is there's all that backstabbing and all that talking, but there's also on the other side of the coin of there's people that come in. Listen, if you have your first clutch, great, I'm happy for you. And if you're happy with what your odds were and what you got, that's awesome. But I think it's too what's the word? Everybody's too, oh my God, that's amazing. You're going to be this, you're going to be that. Like, look, come on.
Oh, like toxic positivity.
Yeah, be realistic about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy for you. You had your first clutch. That's awesome. Your snakes are healthy. That's great. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you those are the best snakes ever. But what it does is it puts false sense of security in people's heads, and it inflates their ego in a way.
Yeah.
And it snowballs, in my opinion, after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, there is that. Keep it real. Keep it realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
And give people a good impression, right? So
I'm the type of person, I think what we're doing is cool. We got some nice stuff. Do we have the best stuff? No. Is it stuff that I like? Yes. And is what you're doing cool? Absolutely. Do I like your projects? I like some of them. Not so much the other ones. But hey, chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah.
Right. 100%. Well, speaking of that, you even went to the point of things you like and not necessarily even breeding heavy, like your Borneos, the Bloods, the Burmese. That's getting to be kind of less and less kept out there now.
Yep.
Tell us about that. Like, what range of stuff do you currently have now that you're maintaining?
So, like I was saying, we downsized a lot. We still have a lot of balls, a decent amount of balls. Right now we got a few Bloods, nothing crazy. We just got a trio of Bloods left. I got rid of the all the Borneos. We were looking to get into it's a fairly new project, the Sunset Borneos, which is a T negative. Which the funny thing is I didn't even know at the beginning that Sunsets were a T negative Borneo, because I love T negative Bloods. So all my Bloods are het for T negative. And then I got the Sunsets because I had visual Sunsets that I thought were amazing, the way they look. But they were first generation out of the wild, so they were really nasty, and they were big. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with trying to get them out every time I got to do something. I was like, you know what? When we're downsizing, I'm like, we're gonna let those guys go too, and let them go to somebody who's going to work them more than us and better than us. Because I was thinking about putting marble in it and some other stuff because we had some marbles, but I'm like, you know what? I want to stay a little bit smaller. I don't want to burn the world down hatching out 40 clutches, 50 clutches, 60 clutches. If I do 10 clutches a year, that's way more than enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure.
As long as I'm paying the bills, we're good.
Bloods, I'm not super familiar with like clutch size and stuff. Are they right in that 12 to 18 range? Is it big numbers?
So on average, I would say probably 15, maybe 20. Okay. I've heard of some being in the 30 plus, but a lot of the times from what I'm seeing is you're seeing around 15 to 20, give or take, especially because a lot of the times people are getting them up, just like, we do with ball pythons. You hit that 1,500 grams, boom, breed them.
Yeah.
So with the bloods, we're all right, 12 pounds. Yeah, we do pounds with bloods. 12
Right.
pounds, all right, breed them. And, you get smaller clutches from a smaller snake. When they're up in, that 25, 30 pound range, they're going to produce more.
Sure. Gotcha. So for those, well, and the vast majority of people I'm seeing out there are kind of ball python people or not snake people at all. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Are we going to get to look at your feistiest blood?
Let's
tonight?
see- let's
The one
see
right
Russell
over
one.
your
You,
right
you want
shoulder
to see
there?
me get bit?
No, we wouldn't ask that. But can we see a blood for comparison, or what you'd like to show us in a blood?
I'll show you this male. He's pretty laid back. He's actually breeding size,
Okay.
but he's not full grown, obviously. If he wants
No,
to.
but he's a good sized boy though.
Oh yeah,
So
but this is the boy I was telling you about. He will, I could let my 10-year-old come in here and just grab him and not have to worry about him getting slammed.
Wow.
So what is this, Rich?
This is a pixel.
Gene wise. Okay, pixel. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a Batic and a Goldeneye. So they are both codominant traits.
I think it looks like a northern.
Yeah. So
Right.
they're both codominant traits. He is also het for T negative, which T negative has the annotation to be in like bubblegum. So
Yes.
when they hatch, they're kind of orange, but as they get older, they actually turn this like bubblegum maroon and white colors. And Elijah from Juggernaut, he actually has one that he brings to the show with him. I'm pretty sure she's just a standard T negative, big girl. That girl is so well behaved. Like he has a big enclosure that he puts her in right at the front of his table, and he normally brings one of his black-headed Sumatrans too.
Mm-hmm.
But one day I was over at actually White Plains. We were talking about that earlier. I was over at White Plains and I was talking to him. He pulls the lid off and he puts his hand out, and this snake literally just slithers up, sits her head right in his hand, and he just sits there and is talking to me with that snake's head in his hand. Just, yep, okay. Wow.
That's wild.
I've never
And
seen a blood act like that.
Yeah, they have such
Actually,
a
that
nasty
snake
reputation.
right there is that one right there came from Elijah.
Okay. So it matters where they come from. Can we talk about that? I found that super interesting. A lot of stuff we kind of covered. We get in fairly early in studio. Can you tell us a little bit about that whole letting them kind of cohab for that first little bit before the shed?
Yeah, so
'Cause that was super interesting.
Yeah, so they go about 45 days, give or take, with their silver skin.
Mm-hmm.
So from everything I've talked to different people, Elijah being one of them, and they all told me the way to have a baby not be quite as nippy is just like with our ball pythons. We put them in, well, a lot of us put them in one enclosure, really damp, let them shed their silver skin. They normally do it in a week. Well, with bloods, what a lot of people were doing was, since they take so long, they were just separating them right away, right out of the egg, boom, separate. What I was told was put them in a 70 series and just let them cohab. Take them out to feed if you're going to feed. And then after they shed, they've at that point gotten so used to feeling things bumping up against them and everything that they chill out a lot. So that way the socializing is a lot easier than them being straight out of the egg right into a tub and then you going in there.
Yeah.
See,
Like
what
that girl behind me that, if I take it out right now, I'm going to be leaking.
Yeah, let's not
Yeah.
do that. Just for your sake, if nothing else.
I mean, we talked about snake bites a minute ago. I'll look like Chewy if I take that thing out.
Right.
So I
what
wonder
if-
if they do that in the wild. So when they start to hatch out, do they stay nested for a period of time before
I'm not sure about that. So it comes down to just any snake. The more you socialize it, the more you handle it, the calmer it's going to be. And it's not you know, let's not kid ourselves. They're not cats and dogs. They don't grow to love us. They grow to tolerate us.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we socialize, you were teaching them that, hey, we're not going to hurt you. So they go, okay, he's not going to hurt us. He's going to hold us for a little bit and then put us down. We're going to be fine. So they're calm.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of snakes snap out of that pretty quick. Like firms, normally by the time they're a few months old, if not sooner, like babies of any type of snake are pretty nippy, can be nippy at least. Firms, once they get a little bit of size on them, they're just like, okay, they turn into dogs, more or less. They're like my Great Dane. They're a little derpy, but they're cool. You know what I'm saying? Bloods, for some reason, they just have that fight or flight in them, that if you don't nip it in the bud when they're little, it's a lot harder to, you know, knock it out of them. When they're big, it's a lot more. It's like teaching old dog new tricks. It's a little bit harder to, you know.
Yeah. Get out the welding gloves.
Yeah.
Kind of a scenario.
Yeah.
It's a good lesson.
Wear a good
thinking
thick
about
sweatshirt.
buying one. Yeah. People
Yeah,
that are
I would
thinking about
say
buying one, you better really be careful if they're grown, because you could end up with a nightmare, right?
yes. So I'm going to tell you this: if you've never had one before and you don't, I can't even say dealing with bigger snakes because they move so much different than any other big snake I've dealt with or had. I would get one as a baby and get them from a good breeder, and I cannot recommend Elijah enough. I know there's a lot of good breeders out there, but Elijah has been great to me over the years, and I can't say enough good things about him. He's very competitively priced, and he has amazing animals. And his animals are...
Shout outs are perfect. Good
Yeah.
word of mouth of good experience, direct experience. We can never
Exactly.
tell somebody not to say that, you know. Absolutely.
Exactly. I'm the type of person, like, if you were great to me, I will tell everybody, like, hey, you're looking for this, go to that guy. If you weren't, I'm not going to badmouth you, but I'm also not going to recommend you either.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. So, yeah, let's talk about that. As far as the community, it was one of the bigger things we kind of put together as a theme for the show. And you guys are kind of, at least the way it's always been put to me, like Chris's joke and you guys talking at the side of the lake there about not ever hearing about you guys. We kind of got the opposite. We hear about you all the time, but only in a positive light. So it was like a big focus of what I wanted to kind of put out there tonight was your group there in the, you know, Northeast. You guys got New Jersey, New York, PA, you know, all of these kind of close states that hit a lot of the same shows.
Yes.
Is it a pretty consistent group of people you're running into? Are you seeing a lot of people in and out,
So,
or is it
different shows are different people. Like, yeah, there's some people like us that you know, we jump off from show to show to show. But different shows, you know, you're going to see certain people. So I have people that I always love to see, people that I don't quite love to see. But you know what? Just like I said before, chocolate and vanilla, just because I'm not really a fan of this person, I'm not going to badmouth them. I'm just not going to talk to them. If they wave to me, I'm going to wave to them. We're going to go about our business. But every show, I don't care what show it is, what I'm doing, as soon as I set up, me and Sarah have the same kind of mentality. We set up when we get there, and one great thing about Sarah, I'll tell you this, we, not only in this, but in life, we have basically found our niches within our relationship or within our business, where we find that one person's better at one thing than the other. We don't say, hey, you do this, hey, I'll do that. It's just, we pick up where the other person falls short. So, like with me with the rats, bothers my allergies really bad. Boom. She takes care of the rats. So I'm in here cleaning snakes. It bothers my allergies a little bit with the Coco, but nowhere near as bad as it does with the rats.
Yeah.
So I'll clean them. She'll do this, she'll do that. I'll do this, I'll do that. It's all about teamwork. And, everybody says it's 50-50. Sometimes it's 30-70. Sometimes it's 20-80.
Yes.
But
there's always that offset.
it's
right?
always, if she's 20 this month and I'm 80 this month, next month she's 80 and I'm 20. Because I'm worn out from helping out, taking care of what she couldn't take care of. And then the next month, she's worn out for taking care of what I couldn't take care of.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jamie and I do have a little bit of that benefit. Jason, on the other hand, he's on his own island.
Usually
over there.
20.
Yeah.
I'm up 20 all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
20
Yeah.
on his own.
But I can't say enough good things about her. She does so much for us and everything here. But one thing we do when we get to the shows, like, she knows she has better handwriting than me. So instantly she goes up, I pack everybody. And when I normally pack everybody, I'm the type of person, I like to plan. You know what I mean? She's more free-spirited. She wants to go and, let the chips fall as they lay. I like to have a plan. So, like, a week before the show, I'm writing what snakes are going in what part of what bin and everything. So what I started doing was that and just writing a price next to all of them. So when we get to the show, everything's all there. She just takes the markers, she fills them all out. And then
it's just lockstep. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
really.
we don't even think about it because when we get in, we bring everything in. She starts grabbing the tablecloths. I'm breaking everything open. I'm getting the banner out. I'm getting this going. I'm getting the displays out because, some of the displays when we have bigger animals are really heavy. So I pick them up. I get them up on the table. She's writing everything. I'm getting the business cards, the stickers out. We fall into our own routine, and it works out phenomenally every time. But back to what I was saying before I got into my tangent. One thing we always do is we always try to, we'll get set up. And normally I'm the type of person too. If they open at 7 to start setting up, I get there at 7 and I'm there before 7 waiting for them to open the door for me.
Right.
Get in there, we set up, and then what we do is we take a quick walk around. I say hi to all the people that we're friends with. I don't like to keep people, especially when they're still setting up. If they're not set up, or like if they're already set up, yeah, go over there and hang out, shoot the breeze with them. But if they're not set up yet and they're in the midst of it, hey man, how you doing? How's it going? You walk off. And then the way we always worked it too is we'll both be behind the table, but if it's a little slower and I'm, getting antsy, I'll say, hey, man, the table, I'm going to go take a lap around, go around, you talk to everybody that hang out, come back. And then she'll be like, all right, I'm going to go walk around. She walks around.
All right.
It's all about teamwork.
Well, and then knowing too, right? Like we've done the same at the couple we've done where we know somebody on the other end. We want to go see what they have because if somebody's at our table looking and it's not there, we'll tell them, hey, it's on the other end.
I'm the same way.
Down there has 3 banana pies right now. We got none left. Go check out Adam.
One of the things I ask anybody who comes up and looks at our table, I ask them, not, hey, are you looking for something, or are you just? I always start off by, how you doing? Is there any type of species you're looking for today? Are you looking for ball pythons, or is there another species you're looking for? If they tell me, well, I'm not really looking at ball pythons, even though I like the way they look, what I'm really looking for is I'm looking for skinks, or I'm looking for sulcatas, I'm looking for this. I'll tell them, hey, there is a guy, he's 2 aisles over, and almost the same distance as us. If you come up from this way, he's on the right-hand side. He's got what you're looking for. And if you see him and you go over there, tell him Rich from HJS sang it.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That needs to be more of the thing. Now, like you said, you run into those people you're maybe not fond of. Do you still do the same? Or
honestly, I do. Even if it's somebody I don't really like, and I know they have a certain type of snake on the table or whatever, and somebody's asking, I'll be like, yeah, there's this guy over here. Now there's one person, and I won't mention the name. There's one person
Sure.
I have been burned by twice. Once when I first started, and I thought maybe, you know, everybody has problems from time to time. None of us are perfect. So the second time around, I went and I got something from him again, and it was major issues. Never again. That's the only person I will not recommend somebody go to.
Absolutely.
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't tell you who, and I won't tell them who. But if I know they have something and somebody's looking for it, I'll say I don't know who has that today.
You could just
Yeah.
say, if that's what you're looking for and you don't mind mites, I know a guy right down here that you can get it.
Yeah. Well, the first time that's what it was. The second time it was a lot worse than that.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you know that stuff's there, it's almost a better conversation with you know, whoever the organizer is, whoever's putting that
Yeah.
show on. Like, look, man.
The problem
be
is that
that
guy
guy,
also
but-
books, 15 tables.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, they're not going to give up on that money.
No, that's
For
sad,
sure.
but
Well, depending on the one show promoter that I know they don't go to that show, and that might be the reason why.
yeah.
There you go. Okay. So, how much of that in the circuit do you really run into? Do you have favorite shows? What's the, like, if you could put
The hierarchy
top
of
5?
shows?
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, my favorite show, not monetary wise, but my favorite show to attend is going to be Gettysburg.
Okay.
More people there I'm friends with. Steve Conduit Constrictors. He's always there. Chris B&S is always there. Sammy comes now. Jay comes from Green Line. Chris comes. There's a ton of people. I'm drawing blanks on half of them. Bane of My Exotics comes. City Balls, Nice Balls shows up every once in a while. There's actually Chris Nettles from Sea Serpents is there. Comes all the way up from Florida. Great show. The promoters, amazing people. And it was never my highest dollar sales shows, but it's the most fun shows. Like the last show we did there was 4 Deeds. So
Sure.
So we weren't vending or anything, which is, it's nice in a way because then I don't have to worry about animals after the show. And we all went out to dinner afterwards, and then Kevin from Sugar Skulls told me about this underground bar that's like down in an old mine shaft. So me, him, and Shauna were down there with Sarah, and we were down there until like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, nice.
So we always have a great time when we go to Gettysburg. The next best show, as far as I will say monetary wise, has always been the Jersey show for us. But that's because it's a smaller show, and if you want a ball python, we're pretty much the only real game in town. And I'll tell you what, that Jersey show, Sarah will tell you, literally when them doors open at 9 o'clock in the morning, we don't get to eat, go to the bathroom, nothing. There is not a time that if not one of us, both of us are working with people at the table, and we don't stop. The one show the show closes at 4. It was almost 5 o'clock before we got out of there because we were still making sales when the show ended.
Wow.
That's awesome to have that.
So
for sure.
So that's amazing. I'm talking $4,000+ days every time we go. So those are great shows. Oaks is not bad. It's a really big show, but the problem is just like a lot of shows and the hobby in general, it's flooded with a lot of ball pythons. So when you go to that show, it's a big show, but the bigger the show is, the more ball pythons are in there. So like Chris used to say, there's only a finite amount of ball python money in the room. The more that's in there, the less everybody gets.
Yep.
Right.
True.
Yeah, it's got to be spread out.
It rings true to, like I said, with the Jersey show, where we're the only game in town, we make great money.
Yeah.
When you go to a bigger show, the show's cool because it's bigger, but there's a lot more ball pythons there, so we don't make as much.
So what I'm hearing so far is you've got Gettysburg 1.
Yep.
You've got
Jersey.
probably Jersey next.
Yep.
And then you're going to go Oaks.
Oaks is good.
And then right behind it's Hamburg.
Yeah,
No, Hamburg's not up there.
no, not at all. Not at all. Not with that dead cat out there. That's
That's terrible.
I will say we just did the Albany show with everybody for Deeds, and that was the first time Sarah and I have went up there. Beautiful venue, pretty well spread out. The only thing, and I didn't think about it until the ride home, was I was sitting there, I was like, man, it just feels like there wasn't that much there as far as species-wise goes, which is true in a way. Like, there was a lot of different gecko species and things like that. But I remembered in New York, you can't have berms and retics.
Oh,
Okay.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, so that killed out a bunch of people right there. See, I'm used to Jersey and Pennsylvania, we can have all that. In Pennsylvania, you can have hots. So,
yeah.
you know.
Is that a newer show, or has that been around for a while? Or?
Albany, I assume it's a fairly newer show because I never really heard about it.
Okay.
Until I think it was last year when they were talking about it, but we couldn't make it up last year. But yeah, we actually met Charlie from Shed Testing up there. It was a nice show. Don't get me wrong. It was just the species I like, the big snakes.
Yeah. It may grow though. I mean, if it's new and
it
may take a few years. But
yeah, the way they did it though, it's a really nice venue, and from what I understand, the show promoters are very picky on who they let in to vend.
Which is nice in a way.
Which is nice.
Yeah. So, White Plains, that's one we always hear about. What's your experience at that show?
So, White Plains, I've never vended, so I can't make any this nor that about vending that show. I only really like that it's a fairly decent size show. It just felt cluttered when we were there. Always hearing about White Plains when we first started, because the two big shows back then it was White Plains and Hamburg. That was it. Oaks was around, but it wasn't as big as what it is now. Like, I remember the first time I went to an Oaks show, I was like, this is it? It's okay. All right, it's cool. It's cool. Small, but it's cool. Now it's huge. Okay. Like, you could almost put 3 Hamburgs inside of one Oak show.
Wow.
But Hamburg was always like the flea market kind of, you know.
That's a rough deal. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the vendors that necessarily vend there are all that way. Because there's some, I'll say this, there's some very good friends of mine that will vend that show. But as a show, how it's ran, it's not the greatest. White Plains, I don't necessarily have a fault on the showrunners, except for, in my opinion, it just felt like it was too cluttered. There was just too much. Just everything was jammed. You couldn't really walk around without, you're elbow to elbow with everybody at all times.
Yeah, those are tough.
Yeah. So, like I was saying about the Albany show, it was a very nice show, and the way they did it was they made the aisles fairly decent sized, so that way it kept that to a minimum, more or less.
That's much appreciated for sure, at least when I get to one. If I can't get to the table to see what's there, like, what's the point, you know?
And I've seen this too with customers, like in the Jersey show. It gets so busy in there, and it's in a VFW. And they actually made it a 2-day show and cut down how many people can come in each day, because we were actually over capacity the one show.
Sure.
And I will tell you this, I can't tell you how many people wanted to see what was on our table. Like, people looking up over 5 or 6 people deep. And that's, I'm not trying to sound conceited or like I'm trying to flaunt that we have something special, because, I mean, we're just like everybody else. But it was just where we were the only game in town, everybody kind of flocked into our table.
Sure.
And we were 5, 6 rows deep of people, and they're just trying, other people are looking over, and then they're just giving up and just walking past. It's like, okay, well, that could have been a potential sale, but we have so many people at the table. I mean, it's not that we're hurting. Just
Right.
it's a shame for the people that are attending the show. Because I know what it
Absolutely,
feels like
yeah.
with that. Because Hamburg was that way too. I remember Hamburg. It was kind of like I remember making the joke to Sarah the first time we ever went to a show, which happened to be Hamburg. Was I felt like I was waiting in line at an amusement park to walk
Right.
around the whole thing. Literally, you were just going with the crowd, just 2 steps at a time. That's all you could do.
Yeah. Nah.
We've been at a show where that happened for a period of time. It was like throughout the whole show, everybody just kind of trickled, and then there was this like an hour and a half where it was this mad rush, and it was the same deal. We had people literally like 3 people deep, trying to look or do whatever, and it was like, good grief.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, I feel bad. It's like, yeah, it's a potential missed sale, but I feel bad for the people. It's like, you can see they obviously want to look at what's on the table. And it don't matter if it's my table, it's your table, it's their table. I don't care whose table it is. It just, I feel bad for them, because I know from being in their shoes, it's like, well, I wanted to see what that was, because that caught my eye. And I've walked around this place 3 times, and every time I come around, I can't get anywhere close to that table. So it's
I
like,
still can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We have been to enough different shows now to see each scenario, and I much prefer they do, like, if it's gonna be that way, like you said, limit entry, sell X tickets day 1, X tickets day 2.
Yep,
Like,
which is actually, it's funny because it was just the 3rd show that they did in Jersey. Because the problem with Jersey is, if you're going to sell reptiles, you have to have all the permits to be able to sell the reptiles in Jersey. That's why there's no shows here besides that one.
Sure.
Nobody really wants to get those permits.
Yeah, go through the steps.
Exactly. So the show promoter even says, if you're selling animals, you have to have your paperwork on hand, and you have to have your permit books, because we have to actually fill out permits for every animal we sell. And we have to submit them in the Fish and Wildlife and the whole 9.
Yeah.
So it keeps it small, which is good in a way for us. So I don't really have the competition of people really coming from New York or Pennsylvania or what coming up to my show. I kind of get a little bit of carte blanche on
it. Nice. Rich's show. Well, it's about to turn in to Rich's and Jamie's show, because we've stalled enough. I always look at the clock, and I try to hit it right around that hour marks, because people, they get antsy.
You got to go a little bit longer, because you told me it was going to be 2 minutes in the beginning, and you took 20.
Right. Exactly. But we'll be back to touch on some of that. We're just waiting in the second cue of this always. This is Mitzi. She's dependable. You could set your watch to the emojis. And as soon as we see the chairs and the flames, you really don't have a choice, Rich. We kind of have to put you in there.
Well, it is kind of hot in the snake room right now, so.
There you go.
It's hot in here,
just
too,
bring
man.
up the temp.
We're at 90-something today.
It was warm all day. Oh, God, here we go. That's the ticking bomb. Rich, I'm sorry, but Jay and I got to leave you. Good luck with this Hellcat of the hot seat. That's what we're going to call her from now on. The Hellcat of the hot seat. Here we go, guys.
I'm already burning.
Good luck, sir. We'll see you on the other side.
Where'd he go? Hello.
Don't grab me too hard.
I thought I was going to be hot seating nothing for a second there. Yours is a little unique because I thought Sarah was going to be here, so I had multiple questions and I just kind of merged them together when I learned that she wasn't going to be
Uh,
here. So, well, let's get started. Would you rather keep peace or push growth?
growth
Okay. Strong online following or strong in-person relationships?
in person.
Okay. Would you rather adapt or stay true?
Depends on the situation.
Right. To what you believe in.
Adapt and overcome.
Okay. Good answer. Campfire cooking or grill cooking?
Campfire.
Okay. What is your go-to midnight snack?
Orange sherbet ice cream.
Oh, I haven't had that for years.
I
It's
got a
very
carton in the freezer right now calling my name.
awesome. Very cool. Monster truck rally or UFC fight night?
Monster trucks. Just took my kids last month.
Oh, did you? Fun.
Yep.
How many kids do you have?
2
Boys? Two boys?
boys.
Okay.
Gonna be 16. Gonna be 11.
Very cool. That's fun. Fishing or golfing?
Fish.
Okay. Burgers or tacos?
Ooh, that's a tough one. What kind of burger? What kind of taco?
Well,
It'd probably be
okay.
tacos. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Tacos. Tacos it is. I go to bingo on Tuesday nights with my mom and it's Taco Tuesdays there and they have the best deep fried tacos. Oh, they're very good.
I love me a birria taco.
Okay. Tacos are awesome. Haunted house or roller coaster?
Haunted house all day.
Yeah?
All day. We do it a lot.
It's scary.
We
I
love it.
mi- I I miss most of it because I'm like hiding behind whoever's in front of me the whole time.
Before this last year or so, me and Sarah would go to one a week minimum every week from middle of September to middle of November, and we would travel 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours away just to get to the good ones.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah.
there's one in Duluth, Minnesota that's actually on a huge like freight ship and it's
Yeah.
pretty scary.
So we've been to Eastern State Penitentiaries, not too far from us. That's a real penitentiary. We've been to Penhurst Asylum. We've been all over the tri-state area plus to go to these.
That's really cool. You like seeking out the haunted houses.
Yes.
I
Yes.
like it. Risk or regret?
Risk.
Okay. What is worse, being misunderstood or being ignored?
Misunderstood.
Okay. Would you rather host gatherings or attend them?
Attend.
Okay. Rules or flexibility?
Flexibility.
Okay. Would you rather be challenged or comfortable?
Challenged.
Okay. Jo- I know, he's going so fast. Road trip snacks or sit down food?
It all depends. I've been road tripping a lot, but
So when you're road tripping, what's your favorite car snack?
McDonald's. Whatever's at the truck stop. Actually,
That's
there's a McDonald's out in Arizona I've been to that's all it doesn't have yellow arches, it's blue arches or turquoise rather.
really?
Yeah, it's the only one in America.
Why? Do you know why?
That town doesn't want anything that doesn't fit the motif of the town.
Oh,
So McDonald's actually had to change their sign to match.
oh,
But I've been there.
okay. Very
We've
cool.
driven all across country and everything in my old truck.
That's awesome. Campfire s'mores or popcorn?
S'mores.
Okay. Waterfalls or lighthouses?
Waterfalls.
Okay. If you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would it be?
After I had a few or on a normal day?
How about both?
After I had a
Curious to
few,
see the difference.
would probably be Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yep, yep.
On a normal day, Johnny Bravo.
Okay. Very cool. That's fun. If you could go back in time and talk to Little Rich, what would you tell him?
Don't worry about it. You always figure it out.
Good advice. Good advice. If your life stayed exactly the same for 5 years, would that be a success or a failure?
I would say failure because I always want to grow.
Okay, okay. I was curious. That's the first time I ever put that one up there, how it would go. This question is from our previous No Remorph guest, Marcus Jane.
Hmm.
If you could travel to any country and eat their food, what country would it be?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it.
Right?
I think what would be my Japan.
What would you want to try?
Anything that wasn't raw fish.
Okay. And
I live next to the ocean, but I hate fish. I like fishing, but I don't like fish.
right? Yeah. Huh. Last question for you. We're pass along. The last question is always going to be, what is one question you would like me to ask our next No Remorph guest?
Hey, that's a good one. You got me there. I was rattling them off quick too.
Yeah, you were. You're doing good.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Okay. All right. You did awesome. That was fun. We learned quite a bit about you, actually. Yeah, quickly. Those this or that questions are pretty fun for me.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't lying if I come up with the answer that quick.
Right? Right? Yep. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to please like, share, follow, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Man, what a
Woo! Got a new nickname, and we might have to call you Hot Wheels.
rapid.
you right? Holy, he just tore through that.
Yeah.
I mean, you ask me a question, you're going to get an answer. It may not be the answer you want, especially if you work with me.
Right. I would have stalled, though. I'm going to be honest. I'd have stalled in probably the exact same spot with the burger and taco.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting there. I'm like, ooh.
They both sound.
Those
so
are my
good.
2 favorite foods.
Right. It's a tough one. So.
But then I remembered. I'm like, well, I could have a birria taco. I could have this. So there's, like I was telling you backstage, how I'm an electrician. So I work all the barrier islands. I build the big McMansions, we call them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not as fun as it sounds. I would rather, honestly, I can build a multi-million-dollar house, $27 million house right now. It wouldn't make me feel good. You know what makes me feel good? And I think this is why I ended up helping out with Deeds Not Words. If my boss sent me to a little old lady's house who was having an issue and I came over there and fixed it up for her, I feel more accomplished in my day doing jobs like that and helping people than I do building a second home for somebody that's, just excessive.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, I get that.
But yeah, back to what I was saying though. There's these Spanish ladies that have a little restaurant, but they also do, they'll call you in the morning or text you in the morning their menu. And they'll make it all and bring it out at lunchtime and deliver it to all the job sites.
Oh, that's awesome.
God.
It's
That'd
so
be
expensive, but it's
heaven.
so good. Every time I don't get it often. It's very rare. But my helper, my apprentice, he gets it, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, they look good. They call me uncle at work. And well, uncle, another name for Richard. Uh and he's always like, "Hey, Unc, you want a taco, or you want this, or they'll ask me what something is because they don't speak Spanish. I don't really speak Spanish either, but I know what the food is. And they'll be like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "It's that." And the tacos dorados, and they're like, "What's tacos dorados?" I'm like, "No, don't worry about it, Sancho."
Right? Let me get it hooked up. You brought up something that was kind of interesting though, and because I'm a road trip fanatic, I love them.
Mhm.
Haven't been done one in forever, but you talked about in your old pickup, you've done this multiple times. Is this like a yearly thing you guys do, or?
So we used to try and do a little bit more, like, since COVID and everything's been a lot more tight and everything. So we haven't been able to travel like we would like. But we moved her father out to Arizona back in 2018. So at that time, my truck was only a couple years old. Now it's, 11, 12, 13 years old, whatever it is. But I'll still take that truck anywhere. But at that time, it was only a couple years old. We threw all his stuff in the back. We drove him from Jersey all the way to Arizona, Phoenix area. And we drove all over. And I have family in Nebraska that I'd never actually seen their house. Like, they lived in Jersey, they moved to Nebraska, never seen their house. So I was like, yeah, on the way back, let's go to Nebraska. Why not?
Right. Make
And
it
then,
look
like,
through.
right in the middle of COVID, we had already, like, pre-COVID, we booked a campsite in Kentucky because we always ended up traveling around Kentucky, but neither of us have ever been. So I was like, let's go camping in Kentucky in the middle of July. Yeah, that was a good idea. I mean, it was beautiful out there. In the middle of COVID, we didn't know what was open. We drove out there. We went to Maker's Mark. We dipped our own bottles, We
Nice.
had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it was 2 days before we had to be out of our campsite. Mind you, our campsite was like $5 a day, so I didn't care about losing out on 2 days, but we're sitting there, we're sweating. We hadn't had an actual shower besides showering out of buckets because during COVID, they wouldn't let you use the showers. So we would literally fill up buckets before we would go to bed and bring them over to our tent. Yeah, we sleep in a tent. We don't do that glamping thing. But
Yeah.
we're showering out of buckets, and I was just like, "You want to
the
go to
sponge out."
Nashville?" She's like, "Really?" I was like, "It's an hour away. Let's go to Nashville. I got to get a hotel room and have a shower." I was like, "It's been a week since I had a real shower."
Right? Those get rough. They do get rough. As much fun as you're having, you definitely love that shower
Oh yeah,
when the time
dude. When
comes.
we got that shower, when we got there, I was like, "You can have yours first. I'm a nice guy, ladies first." She came out. She was like, "That was amazing." I go in, I come out, I look at her, and I was like, "I think I love that shower."
Right? Absolutely do. What?
And then we ended up
What?
doing like Grand Ole Opry, stuff like that. We went to Roanoke, Virginia, where everybody disappeared way back in not revolutionary, but colonial times.
Civil
Yep.
War, yeah.
Yeah, colonial.
Yep. What's in the glass, Richard?
Vodka.
And do you need one? Like, look at these gems.
Mine are just cheap glasses.
Well, we're gonna have
Got
to
on that
change
Dollar
that.
Tree.
We'll get a couple on the way. Jay's shorting out on us. You always got to go branded, Jay. It's Wednesday night. Got to get
Yeah,
branded.
I didn't think about it when I grabbed my glass, but this is
So-
bigger.
Right, that's true. Not as many trips.
Yeah.
Circling back around, we haven't at all touched on. We know you do the ball pythons. We know you got
Mhm.
bloods.
Yep.
What are your main projects? What are you guys working with? What's your goal animals? Or tell us about how the
So-
season's going, maybe.
Well, this season we kind of slowed up on because we had some roadblocks with the new laws in our state. So until we could figure out everything that was going on, I stopped breeding. Like, like we were starting to pair, and then all these new regulations came out. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to breed anymore. If they go, they go. Let's figure this out before we continue on.
Yeah.
So right now we got one in the incubator. It's some Ultra Krypton stuff
Ooh, nice.
with was best case scenario 5 codoms. Ultra Krypton. We got basically the only thing going this year is Ultramel stuff. So Ultramel double het clown pied stuff that's going to be coming. And I think the only other thing would just be Ultra het clown stuff. But we also have a lot of lightning clown pieds, MJ Xanthic clown pied stuff. We got some double visual hets. So our females are lightning pied het clowns. Our male is a clown pied het MJ. And then we got some codoms sprinkled in there. Not too many, but I have other stuff set aside that they'll breed to add more codoms into the mixture. We also
Nice.
got DG Monsoon stuff coming up. We got, what is it? DG Hypo Puzzle hets coming up, like another year or so out. And then we got a pair of retics coming up. We don't got a ton of stuff anymore. Like I said, I just kept the stuff that we were kind of really intrigued by and stuff we wanted to see.
Lightning
Yeah,
Clown
making-
Pie
making
is
nice stuff, man.
awesome, though. That's a
Oh,
great
yeah, yeah.
project.
No, I catch a lot of flack for pushing MJ stuff, and I'll say VPI, man. If I was to do it again and I wanted to just push out the triple with a whole bunch of codoms, I would go VPI all day. VPI is a good looking snake, don't get me wrong, but where it is so mainstream bred that it, again, not all of them, but a lot of them brown out pretty fast.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad examples for
Yep,
sure.
there's a lot of bad examples out there. So it would be a lot of me trying to find the best examples so that way my offspring would carry along.
Yep.
Whereas MJ has been line bred for so long to keep their colors. I'm not saying that they won't brown, but I forget who I had this conversation with. It might have been who was it? Is it Corey DeLong? Might have been Corey DeLong because I think I got him mad at me because when I find out somebody's mad at me, I just make them more mad at me. Hey, I had black Xanthic too. I just got rid of it. I had black Xanthic hypopide stuff, but I got rid of it. Once I find out somebody's mad at me, I just like to make them madder. That's the worst thing you do is tell me that you're mad at me because I'm just going to keep it going.
Right.
Like I'm a really easygoing person, but if you're mad at me, I'm just going to keep it going. It's a little bit of
pusher.
spice in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're a button pusher. I get it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Ask Sarah, she'll tell you. She rolls her eyes at me about 50 times a day.
Yep.
I
Jamie
text her and
does
I
the
go,
same.
I can feel the eye roll.
Right.
But yeah, I was saying, I'm like, look, the argument was because I said, I was like, VPI, there's good examples, bad examples, but the amount of good examples to bad examples isn't the same as MJ. I was like, there's a lot more good examples of MJ than there is bad examples. And that's all I was trying to convey. But he got really heated in it and whatever, and I just fed into it and just kept getting him madder and madder. So
Yeah.
it's
No,
what
and
it
I
is.
agree. I mean, I've seen enough of the different combinations and stuff out there to say if I were
It
to
was my
pick
trade
again-
worker coming out in me. I like it.
Right.
In this hobby, I try and be a lot more understanding and stuff. So I don't normally pick fights here like I do on the job site. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it cool, but when I was trying to be nice and it got taken further, I'll make you madder. Anyway, besides the point, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to. I love the MJ just for the fact of how well they keep the colors. Will they end up turning out like BPI where they brown out? I'm sure with enough generations, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not somebody who's going to tell you, oh no, these will never brown, no matter how many generations down the line. Look, depending on how far away from original or from the line breeding you get, it's going to happen. But as of right now, we have a really good line, and they're lightning pieds that are 100% het clown.
I almost think they're not going to, because there's such a limited, like, look at that thing. I mean, there's such a limited availability that they're not out there getting crossed to as many bad examples. So I don't know if they
especially
will
in the
get
US.
brown, you know?
Especially in the US. And I was hoping these girls all hit that 1,000 gram wall. I was hoping they would be ready for this season, because I forget who it was. It wasn't Beartooth. It was somebody else. TL just hit the triple on me.
Okay.
They just hit the Lightning Clown Pied triple, because nobody else, at least in the U.S., had hit it until him. And I was hoping. I'm sitting there. I'm like, come on. You're at that 1,000 gram wall. Just get me up a little bit more. I'm like, come on, baby, you can do it. I just want that triple this season.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a great project, because it is wide open. I haven't seen anything made, and especially if you add a incomplete or two in there, like, you're going to have something completely your own.
Like, I actually bought this girl right here just to throw incompletes into it.
Yep.
Like, this is Confusion, Pinstripe,
That's het MJ?
Yellow Belly, all types of stuff in it. So I bought her literally just to put a ton of codoms into that project.
Yeah.
It was het pied, possibly het DG. She didn't prove out for DG, but because I was hoping I could also throw DG into it as well.
Oh man.
But
that would be amazing though. If you had the quads going in that. Good Lord.
And I was thinking about also running Ultramel to it and making a version of a snow with it.
Okay.
So instead of having Xanthic Albino, have Xanthic Ultramel, so you would have that version of the snow.
Right, rather than going lavender, right? That'd be odd.
Yeah.
Has there been anything like that made? I don't know that I've seen an Ultramel Xanthic.
So I found some hets somebody made.
Okay.
And then I do know there's a guy in Canada, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was Canada. That he I don't know if he produced it or if he got close to it. I forget exactly. But I know he was working the lavender into it. And I forget if he actually hit the full triple or if he just had the double visual het.
Okay.
But I know there was a guy in Canada doing the
Logan says it's been made. I have not seen it. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, I was thinking about running that back into Monsoon, which I know Billy, I don't know how far into the project Billy has gotten yet, but I know Billy has been running Monsoon into MJ. But also, he's in Canada, so.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I haven't seen that, Logan. I'd be curious. I'm gonna have to do some digging now, because Ultramel Xanthic sounds kind of interesting. I want to see what that does.
But also, like, I got, Ultra Clown stuff. So Ultra Clown right to the Lightning Clown Pied.
Yeah.
I can already get, my my single visual triple het. Which actually, that's why I was trying to get the Ultra Double Het Clown Pieds with codoms in it this season to work into that. So that way I can have more of a chance to having more visuals than hets running into it.
Sure. So what is your goal animal? You came back in 23. Like, when you came back in with this intent to breed, did you have a project in mind, and are you sticking to that, or is that kind of
Okay.
adapting as you go?
So my original project that when we first rolled in and we kind of made mistakes on buying animals because like I was saying, we didn't really pay attention to what the market had turned into versus what it was highway and freeway stuff, which don't get me wrong, they're still beautiful animals. Love them. Love them. But I was trying to think of what we would like versus what could also sustain what we have as far as keeping us afloat with food, bedding, electric, stuff like that. So I tried to find a good middle ground between what I like and what will also sell. So I ended up selling off my freeway project stuff, which I kind of miss because I had GHI, freeway, black pastel, it was black pastel too. Yeah, black pastel, male. He was gorgeous, but I wish I would have kept him.
Yeah.
Now,
There's lots
like,
of wishes.
yeah, hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have kept him. He was beautiful, but as far as monetary wise of his babies, not so much. And again, not doing it necessarily for money, but I want to be able to
Still got to
have it pay for
maintain.
itself. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to be able to move them.
I'm trying to figure a way to say it to where it doesn't sound like I'm just grubby trying to, it's all about the money. No, it's not all about the money, but
like Jay says, you can only keep so many. You can't have a shed to the side of animals that don't move.
exactly.
Yeah. So no, we
Yeah.
get it. I mean, that's
why
more
when
than
we
normal.
downsized this time, I was like, you know what? Keep the projects we're really excited about, and then everything that doesn't fit that, we might as well move on to somebody who it would either benefit or it would benefit them as a pet. Because not saying they're not great animals, because they are. Not saying they weren't pretty animals, they were. Just we can't take care of that many animals and it be sustaining for us with how much work that we're doing at our day jobs and with fixing up our house that we bought, stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta make the teeter totter work
Exactly.
somehow.
Exactly.
You can't have it just sit on the ground.
Exactly.
Don't work.
You can't just run yourself ragged every week.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what it was turning into, and we were like, it's just not worth it to run yourself into the ground every week.
So you're in a good spot now, and you're getting ready to vend again. What's your next vending coming up? Let's do some looking for you guys in the next couple months. Where do people look to find you? What kind of shows are you going to be at, and what's going on that way?
So the next show we're going to be at, we're going to be not vending, but vending. We're not going to be vending for us. We're going to be there with Chris and Jay with Deeds Not Words. And that'll be in Gettysburg in July. I forget what day off the top of my head it's going to be. I think it's like the 15th or somewhere around there.
June, it's got to be, because doesn't it end
No,
on
it's
the
July.
4th? Oh, okay.
No, we were going to, originally Chris was going to end it on the 4th like he did last year. But then he figured that he would end it on the same day as the next Gettysburg, which is also in July. July 18th, yeah. I knew it was somewhere in the teens.
Nice. Okay. I'm glad that got out there, because we've been saying, hey, it ends July 4th.
Yeah, that was the initial. That's what he always did, was doing it for July 4th. But this year he's going to end it on the same day as Gettysburg. So Gettysburg will be like the last hurrah in us trying to raise some money.
Good. Yeah. Okay. And I think he's got to be, well, you guys got to be damn close to the goal, if not already capping that.
Last I knew, we were more than halfway, and I haven't asked in a while.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he put out an update. He may not want to for a specific reason.
Yeah,
right, or just get some people going.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one of those things too. Like, I understand. Like, I mean, it's a little bit different for us. Like, Chris will talk to us, and I mean, he doesn't just divulge information. If I ask, he'll tell me. or if I SJ, you know, but we don't normally put it out there. If you think about it this way, if just say like this year, Chris and Jay want to raise 10 grand. If everybody knew we were at just say 11 grand, would people be inclined to donate if we were looking to hit 10 and now we're at 11? I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
would
a valid
personally,
point.
but you know,
Right.
Right.
so you always kind of keep that, you know, kind of close to the chest.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Keep the cards close to the chest. I get
Exactly.
it, but
And it's one of those things too. It's not like any of them are keeping any of this money. I'm telling you right now,
of course,
every
not, no.
bit of that goes right to Camp Freedom. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been to Camp Freedom and it was amazing. And what they do is awesome. And I couldn't think of a better thing to get behind.
Did you get a chance to go out and experience like all
Yes.
of that with them and see how
Yes,
it all
I
went
did.
together? How'd you
I
feel
mean,
about it after versus before going in?
it made everything that much more worth it
Hell
going
yeah.
there. Because let me tell you, like when we went out there, they had a little thing going on. I think every weekend, from what Jay was telling me, they have something different going on out there. Whether it be sometimes they do a hunt, sometimes they do like a flea market where vets who have little like just say a craft business, like I make candles, I make signs, I do this, I do that. They'll have their little wares out there.
Sure.
But not only that, like, dude, when we came in, they didn't know us from Adam. And they're just like, oh, yeah, whatever you need. We'll set you up over here. We're in this garage. You need a table? You need this? You need that? Whatever you need. You need this? Go ahead. You need electric? I got electric over here for you. You want us to set this up for you? And we're just like,
So
you know,
just
you guys,
constantly like right there and
we're
able
like,
to
you guys
assist.
don't even know us. And they
Right.
were treating us that good. And I mean, like where we were at, we were in this garage, and in the garage they had like this big U-shaped setup of tables that they had every fruit, vegetable you could ever want. And if you were a vet or first responder, you go take your bag, you walk down there, get whatever you want on
Nice.
them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like, I think Jay said it was like 6,000 some acres. It's beautiful out there, and we only seen a tiny piece of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd take you forever to see 6,000 acres.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're
be
sitting
there
there
all
like, can we get a
goddamn
side by side? Can we ride around?
Right. But they have access to that too, from what I understand. Like
Yeah, they've
ways
been
to get to
clearing-
different areas.
Yeah,
you know?
they have. I forget how many thousands of acres cleared already. Not cleared as in like full. It's a field, but trailed out and everything like that. But man, I'll tell you what, it is beautiful out there. What they got going on.
Awesome.
And they take care of their people out there.
Well, there you go, guys. No reason to not throw Forge Coin at it. If you got Forge Coin and you want to throw it at D's Net Words,
look, even if you don't buy a shirt,
a shout.
$2, $5, whatever. I mean,
absolutely.
If you've got a couple cents, I mean, I would, whatever you'll do, it all goes right to Camp Freedom.
Perfect, man. Well, dude, I'm sorry we missed Sarah. I really feel bad. I feel like she could have kept you in check, maybe smacked you a couple times, kept this interesting.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Let me see if she walked through this door real quick.
Is she home?
She might be. Give me a second.
All right. We'll let you pause. We'll take you off there so none of that slips through when she yells at you. We'll throw Jamie in. Jamie, how's the trivia coming?
Your mic's
just,
Jamie.
Just one? You're muted, though.
I have one.
Just Juan.
Just Juan.
That's
just
good.
Juan. Okay. Well, that's good. We don't have an ABC scenario coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
We might have to add the donation to deeds to our dashboard for the Forge Coin. Because we've got some. I don't know what the total is, but we could add it on there so we can kind of follow that.
Yeah, there's been several. Yeah.
He's back. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
okay,
look at
we're gonna
this.
add you in.
Oh, hi.
Sarah,
Hi, guys.
sorry you had to work. That
Me
sucks.
too. Yeah, it does suck. Yeah. Short staffed, running around like a crazy person doing 3 different jobs, you know.
Oh.
But I'm here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we got to sneak you in here to at least say hi. We know you're kind of where we would have got all the decent and reliable information tonight, but we settled for Rich.
We,
You know
we
what?
made do though.
I was able to sneak on and watch like the last 45 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So I think you did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
He did.
Rich covered all the bases.
He said some nice stuff about you.
I
Yeah.
heard.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but yeah, he did.
It almost sounded like he liked you a little bit,
Which is a little crazy.
yeah, we weren't expecting that at all, but that's a good
No.
thing to see. So
Absolutely.
we will definitely set up a revisit, guys, where we can have you both for sure.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
I'd like to get your perspective, Rich. We understand he doesn't go out in the rat side of things because the allergies
Not
kill
really,
him.
no. Yeah, no, he gets all sinusy and it's just gross. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do the rats. I don't care.
To not hear him sneeze for the next 4 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I look like
absolutely.
Chonk from, you know what I'm talking about.
Goonies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
you
bad.
I'm
guys,
sitting there, hey, you guys, I'm all.
all swollen-eyed and
Yep, yep.
lopsided.
Well, it doesn't help he's allergic to the substrate we use. So I'm like, you know what? Instead of you diving into the barrel to grab it and fill all the tubs, I got it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But hey, do I still come out there and try and help?
You do, and then I tell you to get out of the way.
Say move over, dead weight.
Right? She squares you right around. Well,
Yeah.
guys,
That's funny.
we're at that time, man. We try to keep it short for all the East Coast people. We will do a part 2, and we're definitely going to get some input from Sarah because I want to hear how she corrects Rich. I know that happens. So we're
Plus,
gonna
we
hear
need
some of that.
somebody. We need somebody that will actually think through their hot seat answers.
Right?
Right.
And
I
not
mean,
just
Right?
you know
Give it a
what?
little thought.
yeah, he's giving us.
Were heartfelt. For as quick as they were.
Yes, they were.
Yes.
Pretty wreck. You put that down.
You're fine.
All right, so here's the trivia, guys. $10 Forge Coin, $100 to Ramries, Royals, or Mommy and Me Geckos. So they were kind enough to throw in a $100 credit. You guys just got to claim it, and you got to let them know how you want to use that, of course, for whatever you're getting from them. But trivia for the audience. Something from tonight's show. Sarah, she should almost be in this since she was working during this. She'd be blind to the question, but no, that wouldn't be fair. We can't do that. But
She will probably know the answer immediately.
like instantly, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good luck. $10 Forge Coin, $100 Ramery credit.
What
Ooh.
is Rich's favorite show to attend?
Oh,
This is gonna be fast.
Yep.
yeah.
Can I say this out loud?
I know.
Not yet.
It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be a quick one, man. This is gonna get hammered.
Well.
We didn't
No.
get a single wrong answer.
I see.
Yep, Tara was right, but Mitzi edged her
came in
out on
first.
mine.
Yeah,
Yep.
mine too. I went to click on Mitzi and the scroll bumped up. So
Right with the other answers.
Yeah.
Nice job, Missy.
I
He's trying
knew
to
that
get
was
to
gonna
that
be
$100
quick.
mark again.
is this the correct answer, Rich and Sarah?
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Mitzi,
100%.
congratulations.
Mitzi, Ramery Royals. You know Big Mike. He's been on the show. You've been in lots of shows where he's been the guest, the speaker, part of the panel. Tons of great animals. He has, I think he might still have some pied stuff, but he also has Cresties on the Mommy and Me side.
Oh yeah.
So
Beautiful Cresties. Beautiful.
Mitzi keeps all kinds of stuff too. I wish
Yeah.
we'll just stay quiet about it. We're gonna find a way to get Mitzi on camera with us at
She's-
some point
She's
to show her
happy.
collection.
Yeah,
But-
we need to.
10 extra bucks Forge Coin. Rich, Sarah, shout outs
you.
for
It
anybody
was-
out there.
Yeah.
All your shout outs, all the people you want to say hi to, thank you to, going forward.
Chris and Jay.
Okay.
Chris, Batman Nation. Jay, Greenline Morphs. Sammy, Bull Pythons. Paul. Large Marge. Is he still going by Large Marge?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then Kevin from Sugar Skulls.
Sugar
They're our
Skull.
go-to people. We're always hanging out with them at the shows. They've been great to us, and we hope nothing but the best for them.
And if you're looking for a blood, go to Juggernaut.
Absolutely.
Elijah, all day.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you, guys. Sarah, I am so sorry we caught you just at the tail end of this. We're going to let everybody out of here. You two hang out, though. We got a couple things for you after the show, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody else, Crucible next week. Come out and figure out what the heck we're going to do for a topic. We don't know yet. It's like 12 topics floating around in the affiliate chat. So we're going to pick one of those and settle on it, and we'll have a panel of affiliates there to
It's always a
argue,
good time. Yeah.
kick, scream, bite, all of that good stuff. We're going to have a little bit of a feistier episode of the Crucible this coming up. Everybody wants to get a little more into it. So thank you, guys. 2 days left in the week. We got a weekend. Rich, Sarah, thank you so much. Hang with us. Everybody else, have a fantastic night. Appreciate you coming out. Peace out.